Hello vinyl community and anyone else watching this. I'm back for video number 3 today. This one's going to be a thrift store finds video. It is largely a continuation of my last Saturday spent out gallivanting record stores. I also hit a couple of thrift stores. So these are mostly from that, but not all. And I got a couple of interesting things. Nothing amazing. A couple things that made me smile. So hope everybody's still doing well. And here we go. I'm going to start off with just one CD. I picked this up just because you don't see these things much anymore. It's a Tori Amos 5-song EP, Hey Jupiter. And I mainly bought it because it's got a live version of Over the Rainbow on it, which is just an amazing song. So, by anybody. So, there's a track listing. And for a buck, picked up the Tori Amos single. Not much to see inside. Well, it's Tori. But it's a lot of sky. Tori Amos. Alright, I'm going to start off with, for records, a couple that I've had a while that I actually forgot about. They sat in the back of a pile and they never got shown. No biggies. A couple of radio shows. This one's called Nostalgic Voices and Sounds of Old Time Radio. It's got a whole bunch of people on it from, the 40s and 50s mostly. And, there's a track listing for anybody that's interested. I pick up this stuff mainly because I can use it as inserts or beginnings for my podcast once in a while. So it's always interesting to me to pick up this stuff when they're like 29 cents. This was probably a buck. I think it's a 3-record set. Maybe it's a 4-record set. Tales of Mystery and Terror. It used to belong to a school. And it's got 4 things on it here, maybe more than that. A Terribly Strange Bed, The Monkey's Paw, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Dracula are all on here as radio programs. So, interesting. Box is in the best of shape. Records are nice. Even a little snap to keep it closed. And it actually belonged to a school library. There's the set card, and it's even got the original notes and everything in it, which is amazing for a library. But yeah, that's probably about a buck. Alright, so I went to a thrift store I don't go to very often in Waverly, New York. Actually Pennsylvania, excuse me. And they don't often have a lot. They've just rearranged how they keep the records, so they're actually a little easier to look through now. But they don't have a lot. I have gotten a few interesting things there in the past. They got an import George Harrison album there, not too long ago, a few months ago. But anyway, a lot of these are in shrink, and that's why I bought them. Let's start off with La Bamba and Other Original Hits, Classic, Old, and Gold, Volume 2, by a company called 3C, which I never heard of. Oddly enough, later in the day, I saw another album by this company. It's all stuff originally put out by Lorry Records. And it's got Dion on it, and a few other things. There was something that Mockingbird by Inez Fox is on here, and I don't think I have that anywhere. So it's in shrink. Vinyl's like minty, like never played, so picked it up. These were 49 cents each. This is my 3rd copy of this. The Chilling, Thrilling Sounds of the Haunted House. This one is by far in the best shape I have. And it's also in the original shrink. It's got, in the middle of this prick sticker, it's got this on it. I don't think they all do. And the reason I got it is this one has its original inner sleeve, which is fun and games and Halloween activities and stuff. My other 2 don't have this. So, it's on Disneyland Records, the yellow label. And like I said, this one is by far the nicest shape. of any of the ones I have, so I picked it up. 50 cents, why not? 49 cents. I couldn't pass this up. Teresa Brewer's Greatest Hits on Phillips. It's in mono, no ring wear, nice corners, sealed. This record has never been played, and this is stereo. I thought it was mono. This is stereo, so it could be a later pressing. Who knows? But sealed Teresa Brewer album. I had to pick that up. I mean, gosh. A movie soundtrack I've never heard of. Original cast soundtrack album, Walt Disney's The Happiest Millionaire, starring Fred MacMurray and Tommy Steele and Greer Garson. Cover's not in the greatest shape. It's been in a basement, I think. It has a booklet in it, but there's a little bit of very dead by now mold. But it's dead mold, so I'm not really worried about it. But I have no idea what this movie is. I don't know if Fred MacMurray sings. I guess he does. So that's interesting. It's got the original Vista Records inner sleeve, which is one of the reasons I picked it up. And the record's in pretty nice shape, despite everything. And like I said, I've never seen this before. I've never even heard of the movie. So, pick that up. More great motion picture themes. And I picked this up. It has El Caiola on it, but there was something on here that I really thought was good. Oh, Marilyn Monroe sings "Some Like It Hot" on this album. Well, the theme song from "Some Like It Hot." So that's why I picked it up. I knew there was a reason. It's in decent shape. It's not minty, but it's on United Artists. And trying to think. It's not a United Artists sleeve, I don't think. I didn't really look. No, it's a Decca sleeve. So I always appreciate when I can get original inner sleeves, even if it's not the right one. I'll find the right record for it. Never saw this one either, and it's still in shrink. An Evening with Harry Belafonte and Nina Muscuri. And I never knew those two worked together. I've never seen this record before, and I don't know what to expect. It's on RCA Victor Records. And it's got an original inner sleeve again. Nice shape. Most of this stuff was in really nice shape. That's why I picked it up. But never saw this before. This just made me laugh. This came from my regular, the next two came from my regular thrift store, and not on my Saturday trip, but earlier in the week or the week before. Lawrence Welk, Nadia's Theme. I guess that's what it's called, The Young and the Restless. He plays television and movie themes here, and it's a 70s album, clearly. And the reason I bought it, besides wanting to hear Lawrence Welk do SWAT, is Lawrence Welk does the theme from Star Trek. This has to be interesting. So, picked it up. It's on Rainwood, which is Lawrence Welk's label. And the record's in really nice shape. And same thing here. Lawrence Welk sings Candida. And, well, plays Candida and other songs. I'm sure there's singing on it. There you go. Anybody that cares. It's on Rainwood again. I'm not going to bother showing. But, I love these, like, 70s Lawrence Welk albums. It's amazing to me that he was still around. Okay, these next ones were $1 a piece. I picked them up at, I never go there because I've only been there once or twice and I never find anything. This time I found a couple of things at the Habitat for Humanity rehab store, Restore it's called. So the records are $1. Bobby V, the new sound from England. So he's supposedly doing English tracks, right? And Suspicion by Terry Stafford. Yeah, that's an English track. What else did I see on here? Brown-Eyed Handsome Man. Yeah, Buddy Holly was an Englishman. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. He does do a couple of Beatle covers though, including She Loves You, which is my main reason for wanting to pick it up. It's in stereo on Liberty Records. And it's got a lovely 75-cent thing on the front. This isn't in great shape, but it's a good album, and I've always wanted it. And see if I can clean it up a bit. Walter Wanderley's Rainforest LP. It's his take on Exotica, and came out on the Verve label. And this one is in mono. And this I picked up for a reason. This is my second one of these. This is volume 4. I already have volume 6. Super Oldies, volume 4. 2-record set on Capitol Records. Always an interesting. Bob Seger, Linda Ronstadt, Quicksilver Messenger Service. Patty Drew, Hard to Handle. Love her version of that Otis Redding tune. But over here is the reason I bought this. SRC is on here. With Black Sheep. So I have nothing by SRC. So this is the very first track I have by SRC. So I had to grab this. Back cover. Gatefold. So yeah, no inner sleeves came with this. It is in stereo on Capitol. So yeah, interesting compilation. You know, I'm all about compilations. So a couple more here. The best two, really. Never seen this before. Pretty Music, Prima Style, Volume 1, Louis Prima, still in the shrink on Dot Records. That's Prima's daughter, apparently. And I love Louis Prima, and again, I didn't know this existed. Never seen this record before. Dot, and in shrink, and little Tony Prima on the cover. And last but not least, this just cracked me up. Still in shrink, the Doodletown Pipers on Doodletown Pipers Records. That's them. There's a lot of them. I didn't count them. It's got to be at least 30 Doodletown Pipers. And they're a vocal group, and there's the songs that they sing. And with this many people, it has to be interesting, to say the least. I don't know how that many people can sing You've Lost That Love and Feeling, but they're going to. And there's the Doodletown Pipers label, if it's not too dark to see. So there you go. Here come the Doodletown Pipers. And that is it. My third video for today. Thrift store finds. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you for watching. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thanks for all the comments. And just thank you all in the VC for everything you do. There's not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about you guys and waiting to get home and watch some videos if I have any internet. And you guys are just the best. You're entertaining and you keep this vinyl thing going, and that's amazing. So thank everybody out there for doing that, whether you make videos or not, whether you make them or watch them. Thank you. And check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. And that's it for me right now. So take care, everybody, and I'll catch you when I catch you. Bye.